Letting go is so very important during these times that we're going through right now. We've got the COVID thing to worry about. We've got shootings. We've got an ineffective government. Um, Things are just crazy right now, and it's bringing a lot of people down. Now, us awakened people are trying to raise our vibrations and trying to make things better that way, and that's very hard when we're stressed out. So letting go is very very important. So letting go is essential to being able to have peace and to be able to relax. Um, Speaking of relaxation, let's do an Om together. Starting with a deep breath. Now stay with that silence for a little bit while I talk to you about letting go. So the Hindu word Om is it's spelled O-M, but it's pronounced or like with three syllables, and those three syllables actually symbolize four different things. The ah sound at the beginning symbolizes us in our waking state, when we're awake and aware and doing things and accomplishing things, living, loving, laughing, um, fighting traffic, the whole 9 yards. That's our waking state, and that's symbolized by the ah sound. Then you have the sound. Um, that's symbolized by the letter U. What it represents is our dream state. And the dream state is every bit as important as the waking state. But let's move on. So the sound represents deep sleep. Now, deep sleep is very interesting because it's the only state that we as humans can get into in our everyday lives, where we're totally unaware of the body and we're totally unaware of the mind. Um, and the mind and the body are totally at rest. And that is where our mind and our body get rejuvenated and revitalized. So that's what we need. Now, the last state of the last thing that is symbolized is after the word is done, you have that silence at the end, and that silence symbolizes what is beyond deep sleep, what is beyond that perfect stillness. So let's go back to the deep sleep part. So that is where we need to be. That's where we replenish ourselves. That's where our creativity gets filled back up. After a day of expending it, we get it back during deep sleep. And in our waking state, we can get close to that realm of deep sleep by doing things like meditating, or you can do a simpler way and just turn off your mind and focus on what's inside, your true self, your spirit self. So turning off the mind, easier said than done for a lot of people. I have a good friend who tells me that a lot of times she has troubles turning her mind off at night so that she can sleep. She asked her husband how he can go to sleep so easily every night, and he just says, well, I just turned my mind off. And she's like, what? But the thing is, you don't actually have to turn your mind off. You don't have to stop thinking. You can let your thinking go. What you need to do is watch that thinking, be a witness of that thinking. And that puts you in a place where your true self is observing the mind, or observing your feelings, or observing what you're doing physically. And being that witness or that observer helps make a greater space in between your true self and your mind, and that allows you more control of it. And what you're doing when you're making that space and when you're observing the mind and stuff is you're starting to be able to let go of the mind. And that practice, if you get good at it, can allow you to let go of anything. Because your mind's an awesome thing to practice with, because it's always there, stuck in your head. So it's a good thing to work with. And if you can let go of your thoughts temporarily, you'll be much better at letting go of other things, which bother you. A lot of times it's just a small segment of your thoughts that you want to stop for a while. And that becomes much easier as you get more control of your mind, and you get better at observing letting your awareness go to your true self, your inner self. You don't want to try to force the mind to stop thinking, because that'll make it worse. It just doesn't work. You just watch the thoughts come and go. You don't judge them. Just watch them, just like you'd watch clouds passing through the sky. The practice of focusing on your inner witness and putting your focus there instead of in your brain will get you closer and closer to perfect peace, to perfect creativity. It takes letting go to get there, and it also makes letting go easier as you practice it. So that's kind of a funny thing, but it works. And it leads to understanding that you're beyond what's in your mind. You're beyond what's in your feelings, your emotions, your physical self. There, you are much more than that. All peace, love, happiness, creativity, joy, kindness, and things like that come from this place. It's in your heart, or I feel it as a glow in this area. So I call it my heart. I call it living from my heart. And you can do it too if you just learn to let go. And it's as easy as just changing your perspective, changing where you're looking, and directing your attention to your inner self. That's a practice of letting go, and it'll make it very much easier to let go of other things the more that you developed an attachment. And that's developed by developing the space in between your true self and your mind. So I hope you'll give it a try. Focus on that light within and let it shine. Thanks for being here. Peace, peace, peace.